I think Mr. E was right. Do you remember Mr. E? I don't think he makes videos anymore, but his channel, we used to make fun of him. And a lot of people did. The videos I liked, they used to make fun of Mr. E because Mr. E thought that every famous woman was trans. And some of them I believe, like Princess Stephanie. If you see pictures of Princess Stephanie, it's like, that's a dude. But you know, then a lot of them like, okay, we get it. Everyone's not everyone. Everyone is a man. But I was cleaning, and I found the book To No Doubt. I'm gonna put the image in there so you can see it. Like I'm gonna stop. Look at the cover to Tragic Kingdom, and look at this. Look at her shoulders and her torso. That's a dude. Okay, so I'm back now. That's a dude, right? And I was just flipping through this, and I was like, no, Gwen Stefani doesn't even have like a woman's body. And the song that made him famous is I'm Just a Girl, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe not even. I mean, it looks like RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, I know a lot of guys had crushes on Gwen Stefani, and I remember my girlfriend at the time this album came out hated her. She's like, I hate her. Just a girl? What is that supposed to mean? And this wasn't even feminist stuff. No Doubt's not like a feminist. She's like a girly girl, and like, ooh, boop boopy doop, right? That's Gwen Stefani, right? Do you know Gwen Stefani's brother, who started the band No Doubt? He quit the band. The lead singer was a black guy, and then he died. And then Gwen Stefani's brother quit, and he became an animator for The Simpsons. And you know how weird The Simpsons TV show is, right? Like, there's so much predictive programming for our future in Simpsons episodes. Didn't The Simpsons predict in multiple episodes that Trump will be the president in the future? And then he was? Who was thinking about that? Who would have thought that that guy would be president? And it's like probably in Simpson episodes and all the 911 stuff and all that. There's a lot of weird shit in The Simpsons. I think there's like a thing about COVID in The Simpsons, and that's predictive programming. But when I saw this cover, I was like, oh no, Mr. E. I thought of him right away. Mr. E was the one, I think, that pointed out that Dear Sweet Nasim, hope she got in, that Dear Sweet Nasim, our YouTube, pew pew, that was a horribly confused man. Do you remember Nasim? So Mr. E was the one that said that Nasim, he had all the receipts, and he said Nasim had an autobiography written in Farsi, and in the autobiography he talked about transitioning into the Nasim that we all know and love. I'm sorry, it's mean. I'm talking about somebody who died horribly. That's such a horrible way to go. They could have been, you know what I mean, they could still be alive, but that's just such a, it is a tragedy that Nasim isn't still with us anymore, that horribly confused young man. But Mr. E was right. I'm like, the more that time goes on, like, Mr. E always had new videos, and he was like, look at this, and I was like, I don't know, it's pretty convincing. But at the same time, we would laugh at Mr. E. But look at that one. That's a dude, man. Look at that body. I know that they said that Gwen Stefani, oh, she worked out. No, that's a man's body. I paint portraits. I studied anatomy with real humans. There's huge differences between men and women's bodies. And, granted, I don't remember all the No Doubt videos that I probably, oh, the camera went blurry. I don't know all the No Doubt videos that I may have seen over the years. Can we get the focus back? Well, anyway, oh, there we go. I just think it's weird. I'm like, dude, Mr. E was right. No doubt that Gwen Stefani, she's just a girl. I don't know, not even. And then they had that other album. Didn't you see her at the Abramovic party? She's at the weird cake party. I think it's her sitting with Will Ferrell, and somebody took a picture, and they're both like, oh shit, why are you doing that? And they're eating like a human body cake made out of feces and spearmint cooking and all that stuff. And it's Gwen Stefani, and she's like, oh shit. What do you know, like it's like they don't want their picture taken. And then they had, I think the follow-up to this album was Return of Saturn, and it sucked. I remember, as the girl I was going with at the time, when does this album come out? Like 1997 or something? I can't, 1990, looks like 1995. So, she's got quite a jawline, right? So, I don't know. She's probably a woman, honestly. She's probably a woman. But it looks like a dude, man. You saw that picture I threw up. I don't know. It's just like, that looks like a man's body. But you know, some chicks they don't have like a lot of hips and everything. Like that. So probably, in all honesty, probably she's a woman. But she definitely knows about occult stuff. Because the album was called The Return of Saturn. And there's a whole bunch of other shit that she did. And it's all like occult and everything on purpose. So she's probably like a witch or something. But or a warlock if it's a dude. And the album that made him a big hit, it's called Tragic Kingdom. And then it says bought and sold out in the USA. And it's rotten fruit. Remember in the Bible it said to bear good fruit, or he'll prune the branch and burn it. Well, I don't know. They were big. No doubt that girl, Gwen Stefani, that just a girl, is a big star, right? She went on and did her own solo career, and that's where all the hits came from, right? People probably remember her solo stuff more than they remember the No Doubt songs. But I only pretty much know the No Doubt songs. I remember the one where she did the If I Was a Rich Man, la da 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 da. That's from Tevyov. What's that movie? Fiddler on the Roof. Whatever. And then the Backseat Bubble Pop. And all the people are doing their kids are doing thirst traps and they're lip syncing to that song about. I was a teenager. We actually had a makeout point, and we would go up in the mountain, and there was a parking lot with no view. There was just a parking lot to go camping, and it would be full of cars that we couldn't see in anybody's windows because they were fogged up because everybody was fornicating. Because that's me too, and that's where we would go. That's where I would go and get blowed, and straight down into hell. It's not funny. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It looks like a dude to me. So I'll try and include the other image. So if I see any more images, I guess I'm gonna have to go look up Just a Girl and see if does Mr. E have an online presence? Look at that, man. Is that coming to focus at all? That looks like a man. Look at that body. I don't know. It looks like a dude. No, you know what a woman, I like the curves of a woman's body. Men do. We know what they look like. That does not look like a woman's body. And she's got one hell of a jawline. So I don't know. Are there any pictures of her as a kid? Or is it just, look, it look like two little boys. And her brother works for The Simpsons. So, I don't know. That's it. I'm sure that the rest of their albums are all full of satanic shit. And very catchy. She definitely sold her soul to the devil or something. Didn't she marry that guy from Bush? and he was in that John Wick movie. What was that called? He was in Constantine, which was actually pretty good. Did you ever see Constantine with Keanu Reeves? Yeah, and that was about evil angels and stuff. And in that, I think her husband played the devil. He turned into flies or something, played Beelzebub or whatever, which Beelzebub's supposed to be like another name for the devil, I think. Lord of the Flies, right? And then what's his name? Gavin McInnes? No, that's that guy, that bullshit jerk-off guy. I don't know, she married Gavin McInnes, whatever that guy's name is. I don't know, I think it's a dude. There's really not that much more to say. I don't know, I think Mr. E was right. Look at that, look at those arms, man. Look at that body. That looks like a man's body. And they weren't trying to propagandize that stuff back then. It doesn't look like a woman bodybuilder even. It just looks like a dude's upper torso. Look at those freaking shoulders. You saw the clip. I'm gonna go. I'm losing light. And I'm out of focus. And that's probably, you could use that as a metaphor for making an episode as stupid as this. It's probably a woman. So I'm gonna go. And sorry for being out of focus. But you don't watch these to look at the pictures unless I say, look at this, and then you see. Otherwise, it's usually me and curtains. So I'm gonna go. I'm losing my light. And I'm blurry. I'm blurry because I'm seeing Gwen Stefani, and it looks like a dude. And rest in peace, dear sweet Nasim. I hope you got in. Anyway, that's it.